You paid $79 for a year of streaming. No ads. That was the deal. Then, partway through your subscription, the ads turned up anyway. And if you wanted them gone, that was another $2.99 a month, on top of what you'd already paid. Same service, second charge. Last week, Australia's consumer watchdog decided that arrangement belongs in the federal court. Here's the machinery underneath. When you sign up to a streaming service, you're not negotiating anything. It's a standard form contract, the same take-it-or-leave-it terms for more than 1 million Australian annual Prime subscribers. Buried in those terms, the ACCC alleges, were 5 clauses that let Amazon change the service mid-contract in ways that made it worse without owing you anything in return. And since November 2023, Australian consumer law doesn't just make unfair contract terms void, it makes them penalisable. A company can be fined simply for putting them in the contract and relying on them. And here's the twist. When the ads arrived in July 2024, Amazon wasn't breaking its contract. It was using it. The clauses you clicked past were the mechanism. So the legal question isn't whether the service got worse. It's whether a term that lets one side degrade the product mid-term, with no refund on the table, was fair in the first place. The law's test is blunt. Does the term create a significant imbalance? Is it genuinely necessary to protect the company? And does it cause harm? So, who actually benefits from a clause like that? Follow the money. Sell an annual subscription at one price. Reduce the product partway through. Then charge extra to restore what people thought they'd bought. A model rolled out across more than a dozen countries, not just here. The ACCC also alleges subscribers who wanted to walk away weren't offered a pro rata refund. And here's the detail the lawyers will circle. Amazon has since amended its contracts to include exactly that refund right, which the regulator says suggests the original terms weren't commercially necessary at all. To be clear, none of this is decided. These are allegations, and Amazon says it's reviewing the case. But the ACCC is seeking penalties and consumer redress, so if you held an annual Prime subscription between November 2023 and August 2025, this case is partly about your $79. Either way, next time you tick a box on a subscription, remember, somewhere in those terms is likely a clause about what happens when the product changes underneath you. Now you know what that clause is worth.